But James, they upped it one more, man.
Okay.
One more. The lady herself jumped right on board and says, not only do you get all that, but you get to hang out with me. James,
ooh, now we're talking.
Livvy Dunne is like showing up and putting her seat right next to her on the line. I'm doing a deal, James.
You see, now you're going to get me in trouble because would that mean? I mean, is there any chance that Livvy Dunne's going home with me? Like, does she like me over Paul Skenes? Do I get to steal her away?
It's the stripper. It's the stripper. Like, no matter how much she tells you you're amazing,
yeah,
you're not going.
Yeah. No,
not happening. But
again, truthfully, I wouldn't do it. They're saying that card, and in fact, Ken Golden, who you've probably seen on that Golden Collectibles show that they do on Netflix, he's already put, a dollar amount that they're saying it's going to be close to $2 million, the value of that card, which is absolutely absurd for a guy who hasn't spent the whole year in the majors. I would sell the card.
Here's the thing. It's going to be absolutely absurd, $2 million. And I know it's happening tonight. I don't think he's going to be rookie of the year. So it's pretty amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, incredible talent. But guys, I love this deal, but I'm selling the card.
Yeah,
I love this deal. In all reality, I love the deal. I think it's amazing. I think what they're doing it right. But I think what this is, Major League Baseball or the Pirates. Let me put it this way: the Pirates, if Topps has been involved with this, it's absolute genius.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they're doing is they're firing up a fan base to get involved to find this card. Right, yeah. That entire fan base, an entire Pittsburgh Pirates family, if you want to put it, is saying, bring it to the family, get involved, buy Topps, buy this, go get this card, and we will hook you up.
Man, now I feel bad that I said yes, that I would rip them open on the air, because I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to want to rip open these boxes. I may have to buy more. But yeah, it's a very cool card. It's a very cool thing. And I agree with you. This is what baseball teams should be doing prior to any sort of event. If somebody knew that, hey, if I give the Ohtani ball back, I'm going to get Dodgers season tickets behind home plate for 30 years. I'm going to meet Ohtani. I'm going to get a ball. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Then it would have been a lot easier than, what the Dodgers did was basically try to hold this person hostage and no, you're not leaving until you give us the ball. Well, no, that's garbage. Give them, I give a lot of credit to the Pirates for getting ahead of this and really doing their job trying to get the baseball card. The only problem that I have is, how many times have we seen a phenom pitcher flame out after 2 or 3 years, a la Matt Harvey? So there's going to be some guy who got this card who could have sold it for a couple of $1 million.
Go look right up to your right, James.
DeGrom? Well,
right? Like DeGrom makes his major league debut in 2024 by how many years? And his arm surgeries later, and we're sitting there going, we hope.
Yeah, we don't really want him. I mean, you were with the Mets in 2012 or 2013?
That's a great question. 2013, James.
2013. So, and he wasn't there. So he came in 2014, Jacob DeGrom. You didn't play with Jake.
Yeah, no, I missed him. I missed him all along, missed him away. We heard a lot of stories of some guy down in the minor leagues in AA pitching pretty good named Thor or something. And so that's the Syndergaard guy was pretty good.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, so you think about it, that was 10 years ago. And look what has happened to his career between then and now, which is why I'm the guy who said the Mets should trade Matt Harvey after the World Series, because you would never get his value higher. I'll say it again. I would still trade Paul Skenes right now if I had the opportunity. If someone's going to give me granted, I can't get Juan Soto, but a Juan Soto-like hitter that I know I can keep in my lineup for the next 15 years, I would take him over Paul Skenes any day of the week.
Adley Rutschman.
No, but I would trade him for Gunnar Henderson in a heartbeat.
You wouldn't take Adley.
No, because I'm afraid of catchers.
It's interesting. There's a couple catchers out there that careers that just captains and all that stuff. But it's interesting. But at the end of the day,
okay, would you trade Paul Skenes right now for Bobby Witt Jr.?
Yeah.
Would you trade him for Gunnar Henderson?
Yes.
Would you trade him? Here's one that I don't know. That would be pretty shaky to me. Would you trade him for Ellie Del Cruz?
Ooh, I like this, and yes. If I can guarantee, if I can do this, if I did this, if I can take Ellie De La Cruz and guarantee a long-term contract negotiation, like a one-on-one negotiation with him, and if he signs it, we do the deal. Yeah, I think I'd do it.
Because it's so fickle being a pitcher these days. Yeah. So that's why I'm wondering.
Even the dude right above you, like for all intents and purposes, how amazing he is. The dude's had 2 Tommy Johns in his major league career already, and most likely. Like everybody, let's not forget about this. Every time you have a Tommy John, your likelihood or the amount of years where you're healthy with that elbow go down.
Yeah. So again, all these people who are completely hyping up Paul Skenes, and it is completely warranted. He's an amazing pitcher so far. But take a look at what happened to Dwight Gooden.
Okay. Right? Dwight Gooden, amazing. I think you always have this incredible idea of like, I would do it too, even though I'm a pitcher, and I think pitching is obviously so valuable in this game. I'm taking my lineup and I'm finding free agent pitchers. It is the same to me as being an NFL team that has a bunch of holes on defense, or you have the number 1 pick and you take Caleb Williams type of thing. Don't take the quarterback. Go find a Kirk Cousins. Dude, go find me a free agent that's just going to manage ball games, be just fine. I can find 5 starters, a la the Royals. Dude, look at the Royals, what they did this year. None of those guys are just coming in this year where you're just like, oh, my God, this staff young, so super talented. Even Brady Singer, who was super like pro prospect at one time, had some really rough times. Like no one was taking him anymore. Like you wouldn't get a whole lot for him until this year because he did so well. But they put together a staff of just free. Just gotta throw. We're gonna throw a little this and throw a little that. We're just gonna throw it together. Boom. And you look at this. Like the Cy Young winner this year in the National League was a free agent signed, and nobody wanted him.
Listen, I said it 10 years ago. I established a rule 10 years ago when you and I started doing this. God help us, it's been that long, or 8 years ago, whatever it was. What did I say from the very beginning? If you're building a team, draft hitters. Look at the Dodgers this year. Why did they win? Because of their amazing pitching? Absolutely not. They won because they had the deepest lineup. And like you said, you can always get a pitcher at the deadline. You can always get that middle of the row to upper middle of the row pitcher for a decent amount. You don't need to go out and do what the Mets did a couple of years ago and get Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer because it very rarely works out. Get your guy at the trade deadline if you need that other pitching and go out and have the best lineup top to bottom. That's how you win in modern baseball.
No, without a doubt. And when you look at teams like when we're sitting there, like we're talking about the Baltimore Orioles and the type of talent they have, the type of young absolute talent, like Jackson Holiday, like they could have demanded so much for him long before he was ever a major league hitter. They could have gotten the world for him, and so that's the value of those. And I think true number 1 starting pitcher talent. Still, teams look at that and go, how long? Like, how long will I have him? How long is he going to be healthy? Is he going to hit? I don't know. And, is it going to, what I mean by, is it going to hit? Is it going to be the guy you want it to be?
Right.
Talent in AAA, you generally know they're going to be able to hit in the big leagues or at least be solid.
Straight up right now, no contract extensions, no talks, no nothing. You are the GM of the Pirates. I'm the GM of Baltimore. I say, I'm going to give you Jackson Holiday right now. You give me Paul Skenes. Are you doing it?
No.
Really? Why not?
I've gotten a taste of Jackson. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. I've gotten the taste. I've gotten this. And I'm sitting there going, okay, we have a dude that's going to get Cy Young votes, like a lot of Cy Young votes. And we got a dude who's going to be number 2, if not be the NL Rookie of the Year, versus a guy that came up, sucked, came up again, and kind of sucked. So
right. Mike Trout sucked his first time.
Yes, but not a second time.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's, to me, that's the difference. Like, I needed to see growth. I needed to see another hitter. I needed to see a dude that wasn't just like, okay, like that's the one I needed to see. I didn't, and I'll say this too, he didn't have enough at bats in the minor leagues. He didn't have enough at bats when he went he went to AAA and absolutely crushed it for the first 2 weeks of the season. And I'm like, and look at my tweets, look at my posts, and I said, this is AAA baseball in April. There, dude, and he went to Charlotte, which is the number 1 hitting ballpark in the freaking world, and they had 6 games in a row in Charlotte. 6. It's not like it wasn't a little series here and a little series there. 6 games in the hottest ballpark to ever hit, and I don't care what the temperature is. I can kick a ball out of there. And it's just they're winning 30-1. Like the amount of runs, they're averaging like 15 runs a game. Well, 2 weeks later, the team is averaging like 5. Right. And Jackson Holiday's in the big leagues. And then he comes back down, and he didn't really have that impact that he had before. Mm-hmm. That to me was a telltale sign of, okay, there's growing pains here. That's why, and for me, that's why I'm out.
Okay, fair enough.
I love that. I love just going to the Shark Tank, and for that reason, I'm out.